So this is question 7 of June 2011, paper 1, pure mathematics. Please have the question in front of you. Question 7 says the line L1 passes through the point, so we'll say L1. I'll use a different color this time. I'll use a different color this time. So the line L1 passes through the point A, that is 2, 5, and B, which is 10, 9. The line L2 is parallel. Forgot the symbol for parallel, but I think you know what I mean. That means it has the same slope. If they say parallel, that means it's the same slope. If it's perpendicular, then it the product of the slopes gives -1. So L2 is parallel to L1 and passes through the origin. So L2 passes through point 0, 0. We can say this is point C if you want. Oh, we can't. The question has a point C already. So let's not use point C. Let's say point Z. So the point C, and it says now the point C lies on L2. So there is a point C, we don't know the coordinates, such that AC, the line AC, is perpendicular to L2. AC is perpendicular. That means the slope of AC and the slope of L2 multiply to give -1. So we need to find the coordinates of C. How do we do this? So let's start with finding the equation of L2. How do we do this? We find the slope of L1. Finding the slope of L1, we know that y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So 9 minus 5, I hope you see how I got that there. This is y2, this is y1, y2, y1, x2, x1. 9 minus 5 divided by 10 minus 2. This is equal to 4 by 10 minus 2 is 8, which is equal to 1 by 2. And L2 is parallel and passes through point 0, 0. So making this full screen here, making this full screen here, we know that according to the point slope form, y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Since we know that they're parallel, we know that m of L2 is 1 by 2. And we know that y1 and x1 are 0 and 0 respectively. So we have y is equal to 1 by 2 into x. Y is equal to 1 by 2x. Now, let's check out the question again so that we be sure. We have to find the coordinates of C, where the line AC is perpendicular to L2. So AC is perpendicular to L2. That means L2 has a slope of how much? 1 by 2. L2 slope. So L2 has a slope of 1 by 2. That means M of AC has to equal to -2. As you can see, -2 into 1 by 2 is equal to -1, which is what has to happen for a perpendicular slope. So I'll just erase this here. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. I'll make this full screen again. I'll clear this part if you don't mind. Make sure you've taken it down. Now we know coordinates A. We know coordinates A are 2, 5. And we know that the slope of AC is -2. Now making this full screen again. Since we have one point and the slope of the line going through that point, we can use point slope form. So y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So y minus y1 in this case is 5 is equal to x, which is -2, into x minus x1, which is 2. So y is equal to -2x plus 4 plus 5. Y is equal to -2x plus 9. So what are the coordinates of C? Let's find that out. Now we know that C lies on L2 and AC is perpendicular. So knowing that, and we have an equation, another equation, y is equal to half x. This was the line L2. We know that C lies on this line as well as this line over here. Sorry, it took me a moment to think about that. That linkage is what AS level really teaches you. So making this full screen again, we have two equations. I will clear this page. Make sure you've taken it down. Now we have two equations. We have one equation, y is equal to minus 2x plus 9, equation number 1, and we have equation number 2 is equal to y is equal to half x, which is equation number 2. Now equating this, since y is the subject of both formulas, we can equate this. I do it this method, you can do it any other method you want. All works out to the same. And we know that 9 is equal to half x plus 2, so 2 plus half is 2.5. 2.5 is 5 by 2, so 5 by 2x. So we know that x is equal to 9 into 2 by 5. X is equal to 9 into 2, 18 by 5. Putting it into one of the equations, we can find out that 0.5 into 18 by 5 is equal to 9 by 5. So y, that is y of xc and yc, is equal to 9 by 5. I just inserted it into one of these equations. So that's the basic idea. Let's check our answer. It should be right. 7 part 1. Yep, our answer is completely correct. They put it in the decimal form here, but you can put it in any form you want. So I will just clear the screen now. I hope you've taken this down and understood it. If you haven't understood it, please email me with your questions. Now let's go to part 2 of this problem. It's asking for the distance of AC. Now we know that the distance formula is basically x2 minus x1 the whole squared plus y2 minus y1 the whole squared. I hope you can read this. Root of that is the distance formula. We know that A is, let's just check that again, 2, 5. And we know that C is 18 by 5, 9 by 5. I'm sure this is right. We put this full screen again. Now, let's do x2 minus x1. We can do it in any order. So I'll just take this as x2 and this as x1. So 2 minus 18 by 5, the whole squared, plus, but if we take it in this order such that we take the a coordinate first and then the c coordinate, we have to do the same with the y's. So in this case, 5 minus 9 by 5, the whole squared, root of that. And if I calculate this on my calculator, I'm getting, I'm sure you're much faster than me on this, squared plus 5 minus 9 by 5 squared, root of that will equal to 3.57. 3.57. 3 significant figures, 3.58. So this is equal to 3.58, which is our final answer. And let's check our answer. If we check our answer in marking scheme, my mouse is down again. My mouse is down. Okay, found it. If we check our answer, 3.58 is the correct answer. So if you have any questions on that problem, please email me. My email is on the site. or in the or on my YouTube channel. You can access me both ways.